What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Miles Apart.
What's up, guys?
How are you doing on this amazing Monday evening or morning for you?
I feel great. Well rested. How do you feel?
Not as well rested anymore because I just went to work out. So, yeah.
Do you want to update us on your little calisthenics journey?
I mean, like I literally just told you 5 minutes before on the phone call. Um, I'm still trying to do calisthenics. Although I had a very rough and busy weekend, so my energy level was damn low compared to like a usual Monday. And so I started doing his chest workout with like all these like push-ups. And I started to run out of strength very quickly. And he's like, just do it, like continue. Um, like worst case, just like slow down, but you should never stop. And I'm like, bro, I have no fucking strength anymore.
hmm I'm really bad at push-ups. Like I don't even know if I can do like 20 in a row.
I mean, I was the same a couple of weeks ago, but this guy Chris Heria, shout out, um, he forces you to do it, and it's fun. It's different.
Maybe I'll check it out because I've after my race, I'm like I kind of want to go to upper body now. So
I mean, like I said before, it's a great way of working out in a different, like in a different style instead of just like lifting weights and sitting on a machine. It's nice to like work with your own body weight. And it's nice because like he makes these like so he has like YouTube videos where he like works out with you, and he also has like his own workout app where you can like subscribe and pay money. The boy's smart, he knows what to
yeah.
do.
hmm
um but it's like nice, so you like instead of just listening to your own music or podcast, you have like someone yelling in your ears and be like, do more.
mm.
So yeah.
It's like your personal trainer, but he's not there.
Yeah. Sometimes it does like I don't know. It does feel weird because I'm in the gym watching YouTube videos the entire time
Yeah.
with this guy who's shirtless, and then you have like people working out, and they're like, "The hell is he watching?"
hmm You got
um,
to do what you got to do.
yes, and his workouts are extremely, how do you say, difficult, and I sweat like a waterfall. It is close to being gross and disgusting because like as soon as you like move your head, all the sweat is just like falling on the ground, and you're like, well, I'm leaving a trace behind me so everyone knows where I am.
I always go to the gym and I never get like super sweaty, and then I feel like, did I really just work out? You know?
Oh, trust me, with this guy is different. Like your my hair every time I work out is like not as wet as after showering, but it's close to being to that, like at that
hmm
level, which is a nice feeling. But like most of the people who are in a gym don't sweat, so
hmm
it's kind of interesting to see.
Totally random, off topic, but I had this dream last night, and I just like woke up and I was like
What's that again?
balding, like I like my hair was like going away.
Oh, no way. That was a dream, or
Yeah, I was at a movie theater and I was like, my hair is balding, like I have like no hair right here, and then I woke up and I was just like terrified. That's it just came to mind when we were talking about sweating.
yeah, I mean, dreams sometimes they screw with you. It's not fun.
That was a really scary dream.
Do you have Okay, that's a good question. Do you have a lot of like nightmares?
Uh, I honestly don't think I do. The problem is I don't really remember like 80% of my dreams.
Okay, but I feel like that's common.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have nightmares, I guess. If anything, my dreams are kind of cool. I would be like flying, Or I think I had like a dream a couple days ago where I was in Oregon, but I was on top of like a cliff and I was like walking on the edge, and I
Oh,
was
you're
like,
in
man.
Oregon. I understood you were in Oregon.
No, I was in Oregon, the state.
I figured that out now.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
but
It's
yeah.
weird. I have like four different kinds of dreams. I don't like neither of them. So it's either I dream that I have something insanely like cool or like satisfying. Like one time I dreamt that I have like this amazing car, and I woke up and I'm like, I want to drive my car. And I realized there is no car. It's just a dream that seemed very like real.
Yeah.
Or it's a dream where I specifically dream one certain event. Like it could be like 4 seconds. And it happens a couple of days later. And I'm like standing there, I'm like, it's a deja vu. I've seen this before.
Hmm.
Or it's like weird ass stuff, like super random. I couldn't even tell you because I forget them most of the time. I just wake up and I'm like, that what? What was this?
Hmm.
Or it's nightmares. And I have this one, this must be, I want to say last summer. So my roommate wasn't here, my girlfriend wasn't here. So I was all by myself alone here. And it was so warm that I had like all the windows in the entire apartment open, which I generally do like throughout the entire year, but like in the summer I open like all the windows in the apartment.
Hmm.
And I started dreaming that a group of people like climbed into the apartment, woke me up and started to torture me and kill me.
What the heck?
I know. And I woke up and I'm like sweaty as hell. And I'm like, I'm alive. I'm alive. And I walked through the entire apartment with my flashlight and I'm like, is there someone here? And I started asking like, hello? Hello?
You must have been watching some like scary movie or something before you went to bed or something.
No, not even. I couldn't even tell you what I was watching, but it wasn't like a scary movie. That was the weird part. And it felt so real. Like I generally thought I died.
Yeah, I will say like it's not even scary. I feel like a common dream of mine is where I'm dying. I can sense that I'm gonna die, and then I die, and then I like just like know that I'm dead. You know?
I mean, sure.
Yeah, I
You
don't
then
know.
wake up and you're like, I didn't die, or what's the outcome
Yeah,
of this dream?
it's just like weird. I wake up and it's like I thought I was dead. That's about it. That's literally about it. But
Well, there's a
when I sleep, I twitch a lot. So like, you know, when you have the dreams of like a kickball gets hit in your face or something and then you like shake and wake up. That's like me like every single hour. I'll just like freak out. One time I like literally elbowed Candace in the face on accident.
Oh, okay. So if you're gonna open that box, maybe 2 years ago, my girlfriend just was on like a 5 weeks vacation, came home, super excited to see her, and she was excited to see me, obviously. We sleep in the same bed, obviously. And like in the middle of the night, I have this nightmare. It's one of those weird ass nightmares again, where I don't know the entire backstory, but essentially I was walking through a door and I knew that the killer was, I don't know, like attached above the door. And I looked at him in the dream and I'm like, asshole. And I punched him in the face. Only did I punched my girlfriend. And as soon as I woke up, I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Like, I mean, I punched in the dream and I realized immediately I punched my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So
She's like knocked
just,
out.
well, she's just like sleeping and suddenly she get a punch in my face, a punch in the face.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was I'm so sorry about that. So I
And
feel like that's the only yeah.
she was just like, "Thank you."
No, she's like the hell. I want to say this is the only time I punched a girl or like a woman in my life. So At least I was unconscious.
At least you were sleeping and unconscious, not unconscious and like drunk.
Yeah. I No, we didn't have any alcohol, so yeah, it can't be that. But I don't know what it
Yeah.
was. It was weird.
So we can go on the record and say that you beat women.
No. That's that's twisting the reality. Um you could say I had this nightmare and I thought there was a killer, so I wanted to punch him. Only was there no killer, but that was my girlfriend sleeping next to me. So
I love how a tiny tangent about me being bald in my dream has led to this.
us talking about 10 minutes about weird ass dreams.
Yeah.
What does this say about our personalities that we dream of dying, punch people, kick people?
I have no idea. I am like pretty interested in death, so I don't know. I mean, maybe that's why. But
Okay, so dear listeners, this podcast became like used to be fun and jokes, and now is dark and sad and about death. So just a little heads up.
instead of miles apart, it's miles down deep in the ground.
Or just death apart.
Sure.
Wow. I'm going to have to click on Spotify that this has explicit content in it.
As you're wearing your Logic
Always wanted to do that.
t-shirt.
Now I feel like a rapper.
He's doing a
I know.
tour, and I think he said that he's playing like
Shout out.
at least one song from each album. Oh, is he doing that?
Ooh, kind of like Kendrick Lamar right now. Well, he has like, it's apparently the biggest rap tour ever. And there's videos of like him playing old songs like Mad City, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, and it's nuts. I wish I could go.
Go for it.
Apparently, no,
Sure, it'd be
wait.
fun.
He is coming to Switzerland. I should go. There's no more excuse.
I'm not like a huge
I mean, yeah.
hip
I've
hop
always
guy,
wanted to see Kendrick.
but I like him.
Really? Really? Maybe you want to emphasize, like, elaborate on your
honestly,
choice of music?
right now I've been really into UK artists. No, like, I do
Like grime
rap,
or
like
like jazz
UK,
rap?
like Loyal Carner. I haven't been listening to him a lot, but there's a guy called, I don't even know how to say it, Saint,
Uh-huh.
Sainte, with like the little hyphen on the E. I don't know. That guy. And then there's a couple chicks that sing like kind of soul music slash R&B. Like Georgia Smith and Olivia Dean. I just found her and I've been like bumping her music for
She's known.
a while now. Currently.
You should listen to
Yes,
French
currently.
rap. It's the best. I know it's, but it's, this is kind of interesting to me. It's like, it's such a big argument because, like, yes, I do speak French current, only right now, not tomorrow. What's the word I was looking for?
You do a decent job.
See, this is my biggest
I'm
problem.
only reminded that
I speak
I'm only reminded
German
that you're
or Swiss
not
German
from America,
with friends
like,
or like
here
my
and there
dad
when you're
or
like
at work. I
saying some
speak
weird
French
stuff.
with my
Like you
mom. I
currently
speak English
know
with you,
French.
so I always mix up stuff.
Sure.
Thanks. I'm sure I'll. Okay, what's the word again? I'm trilingual. Is that the word? Okay, so I'm trilingual. Where was I going? Yes, so I listen to French rap because I believe it's the best language, like flow wise, and I like the scene,
Hmm.
whatnot.
I listen
And
to
I tell all my
French
friends you
music,
should
and
listen to it. And whenever I
um,
play a song, they're like,
whenever
"This
I
sounds
play it for
really
people, they're
good,"
like, "Oh, this is
but I
cool," but
don't
it's kind of
understand
weird
it. Therefore, I
not
don't want to
knowing the
listen to
lyrics.
it.
But I'd say
Is the need when you
maybe
listen to
15%
music
of my
so
music
big to
is
understand the
music I have
lyrics,
no
or
understanding of what they're saying. Yeah, well, you want to like you most of the time I just want to sing along to it, so it's kind of hard when I'm not understanding anything that they're saying.
yeah? Now that I think about it, it's nice to have to understand like the meaning, to grasp like the concept. Yeah, well, it's true. I also gave up with my singing career. That was never there in the first place, but yes. I don't know if you remember the one time I sang Travis Scott.
Yeah, the window.
All right, enough about my singing career. Let's talk about your business. I feel like that's something people haven't really heard about, and that's interesting as well.
Okay.
Um, okay. Um, so you obviously make shoes.
I'm just leaving you dry right now. I could like I have no idea what to say. But
You're currently making shoes.
yeah, so um honestly right now I'm just making my own patterns cuz I've been using other people's patterns for the past couple years, if that makes sense. You know, like each shoe has different pieces, like different shape and everything, so you have to know what to cut out
Hmm.
basically.
Hmm.
And now I know how to make my own. So now I'm gonna go around and like make all the patterns for each like silhouette and then sell them online. And then I'm gonna like make online courses for each pattern so then people can learn how to make each shoe.
But that means that you're trying to like sketch your own actual shoe.
Well, yeah, well that's different. That's I'm also trying to like work hard on a YouTube channel, but there's a lot
like
of
a vlog type of channel.
uh no, it's I'm trying to think of ideas for videos, but kind of like I make a pair of shoes for my mom, or like
For
I made a pair of
me.
shoes for a subscriber. I made a pair of shoes and flew to Switzerland to deliver them, or something like that. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. I can see that. Hey, you can do this more often. I mean, I'm not going to say no to new shoes, you know? There's, well, it only means that I'm supportive.
And in the mountains.
Well, I would let you stay without the shoes.
Yeah,
The
I know.
shoes just it's not like I need to, but like it's honestly like first time you painted me shoes. So, dear listeners, I have 3 shoes made by Matthew so far. I have a pair of shoes that he painted, an Adidas low top. Don't even know the name of the model. Um, then I have a Jordan 1 high top, high, right?
Mm.
With like cork on it. Um, you pretended you don't like it because it looks in your. You once said this. They look shitty.
Well, the thing is, like, that was one of the first shoes I ever made, and so now I look at it and I'm like, I can just do that way better. So,
I mean, yeah, makes sense.
you
But
know,
I mean, it's amazing shoe. So I would definitely disagree with you. And then you made a low top version, and I want to say it looks like a Travis Scott Jordan 1 low, only with like better quality materials
hmm
and different colors.
yeah,
Um, and it's interesting, like the first time you made me shoes, like you painted them, it also is it's already like a different feeling. Like it's not, you don't buy just a shoe from a store that's like given. It's like it's a unique shoe, which is interesting as it's like already.
mm
But then it's like, hey, one of my best friends made this. This is even in like more insane.
mm
And then you showed up with those Nike high tops, which are like literally sewed and glued together by you,
hmm
which is insane. So I'm just walking around. I'm like, Matthew did this. Like, this is not a shoe that was just bought in like a Foot Locker,
hmm It is crazy.
which is, yes. And it's like, I can't, like, okay, like the Cork one, I can tell like one little thing that I can tell that it's not a shoe from a company, like from a factory.
hmm
But if the second one that you made a year later, can't tell.
hmm
Honestly, can't tell. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely improved just by doing it a lot and learning from like stuff I see and making mistakes and stuff. But it's it's honestly crazy. Now I'm just kind of in a weird position where I'm trying to figure out what to do. Because when you're doing your own thing, it's not like there's a set path, you know. Not like in
Mm-hmm.
life there isn't a set path anyways, but there's no like ladder to climb. It's just what avenue do you want to go? Like which direction?
Mm-hmm. Because so far, how did you? So my understanding is that you make a shoe, you make a lot of videos about it, a lot. I mean, like a couple of them, upload them to like TikTok or Instagram, and then you sell the shoe or keep the shoe. That I'm not 100% on that one.
Mm.
And how do you come up with the next shoe you're making? Is it just like, oh, I want to try this, or is it like an inspiration you've gotten somewhere, or like tell us a bit more about the process?
So I'd say like 90% of the shoes are just from clients, like whatever they order. Like I just made a pair of shoes that had hair on it,
I saw that.
like fur, and that was a weird challenge because I've never used an actual razor to shave a shoe. But yeah, so like all the videos that I make, they're just like shoes that people wanted. So they'll be like, "Can I have a pair of shoes for with hair on it and with these colors and whatnot?" And that's actually for a guy for his wedding.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
insane.
So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I get a lot of messages. It's just sorting through them to figure out, you know, I don't want to take too much time like replying to a million emails, you
Yeah.
know. So
And
kind of got a
do
system
you
down.
have like, how do you like, do you say yes to every like asking, or is it more like whenever you feel like it, or?
Hmm. It kind of just depends on what people want. Um, and a lot of people they'll email me like, "Hey, can you make me a pair of shoes? But what's the cheapest amount? Like, what's the cheapest pair you can make?" And I'm like, I'm not gonna make a pair of shoes just to make it the cheapest,
Yeah, I can
you
see that.
know. Or though people literally just ask, "Can I have a pair of free shoes?"
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm no, like no,
I mean, yeah.
you
I mean,
cannot.
yes.
There was actually one time, some guy was like, "Hey, like my little cousin loves your videos, but he's in the hospital with cancer," and I was like, "Oh crap!" And then he was like, "Can can he have a pair of shoes?" So I just sent him a pair of shoes. Like I already had them made, so
That's nice.
and they were just sitting there. So I just sent them to
How
him.
long does it take you to like from, I don't know, let's say I text you today, Monday afternoon, Swiss, like close evening, Swiss time. I text you right now and I'm like, hey, this is the design. How long will it take you from the first contact till I receive the shoes?
So typically I give at least 8 weeks notice. So if you order something, I'll just say you don't get it till 2 months later. But that's just like estimated. Usually I get it done in like 3 weeks.
Okay. So it's just like
It only takes me like 4 or 5 days to make the
mhm.
shoe. But if I'm like making another pair of shoes while somebody orders it, then they have to wait and
Oh, so it's just like a
whatnot.
safety cushion for you to not have to text them and be
Hmm.
like, hey, I'm running behind on schedule.
Yeah. My dad always says, um, like tell them something that's going to take way longer and then actually do it shorter,
It's true. It's true.
you know?
Yeah, it's always nicer when you're like you're like expecting something in the future of like 8 weeks and you receive it in like 3 weeks. You're like, oh my god, this guy's insane. How like amazing. Love this guy.
Exactly. So if I said it's going to take 8 weeks and I give it to you in 4, you're going to be like super happy. But if I say it's going to take 2 weeks and I give you in 4, then you're going to be like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know?
Interesting. That's pretty insane. So it's like all the time, every time we see stuff on Instagram or like TikTok, it's people reaching out to you and asking for certain shoes. Like you don't make shoes anymore just to make them. It's more you only make shoes because customers reached out.
Hmm. Sometimes, rarely, I'll make a pair of shoes for Candace, my girlfriend, or my mom or something, but that's not very often.
Mm-hmm.
But
Damn.
honestly, I can bust out a shoe in like a day and a half. But
Day and a half?
if I
Oh, so
angle every single shot,
uh-huh.
it just takes a long time.
So you would say like filming the entire process is much more time consuming than actually building the shoe.
100%.
Wow.
It's so honestly, I love editing video, but the whole recording the video is a pain in the ass. It's just like I just want to cut this leather. I don't want to like have the phone like 1 inch from my face and worry about if the lighting's right and stuff. But you got to do it.
Hey, next time I come see you, I can help you do production. I'll film you. We'll take like 5 days. You can build as many shoes as you want, and I'll just have the cameras ready for you.
Or we can go hike the Grand Canyon.
Yes, that does sound much better. I'm just trying to help you out because
We can start a podcast in the Grand Canyon.
I mean, yes, definitely. At some point, like that's going to be an interesting one. First time recording together in the same spot because,
Mm.
like, ever since we had the idea, we've never recorded while sitting in the actual same on the same continent.
It would be pretty cool if we had a camera with us when we were hiking, and then we had two like microphones,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just like walking and just having a podcast while we were hiking. Although there might be some strong breathing.
Yes, and I also know at what speeds we hike. It's
Yeah,
not hiking; it's more like running.
like speed hiking.
Yes, remember when we went to the Appalachian Mountains and we like didn't we like do the entire thing in like half the time?
Yeah. And then you almost peed your pants. We had to turn around.
All right, I have fear of heights.
The guy that literally showed me mountains for the first time was too scared to continue.
This is so weird. Like, skiing, no problem. But as soon as I'm walking or like on a bike or I don't know, when I'm like not skiing and like it's what's the word when it looks
Steep?
when it looks steep, I don't know, my brain is like I'm falling. I can't control it. It's so annoying. And every time I'm like, you're not falling. Everything is fine. Like, and so for the listeners, we went to the Appalachian Mountains. It was absolutely stunning. We hiked for, I don't know, 2 hours.
I have no idea.
It was a
Could not
while.
tell you.
We were butt fuck nowhere. It was insane. Like as a Swiss person hiking in the Appalachian Mountains, it's like I know hiking in nature, but there was nothing. Like no signs, no cabins, no antennas, no people. Like we were alone.
If there was a bear, we would have been dead.
Yes. I actually didn't see, but that is interesting. Like I didn't really think about the bear. I thought about the height. So yeah, so we're hiking and we're like 1 mile to the top, which is like 1.6 kilometers ish. I don't know.
Yeah, around there.
Around there. Nearly at the top, and suddenly I'm like, Matt, I can't do it.
And I just wanted to continue so bad. But I'm like, I'm not splitting up with you in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that was
just
my
makes
idea.
no sense.
I was like, I'll just walk a little bit down and then you can go up there and I'll wait somewhere for you.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It was like this small little path that we were walking on the same path for like an hour. No problem. At some point, my brain is just like, danger, danger, danger. You can't walk anymore. My body just like went from super confident, having good times and fun, is like trembling, not okay. I'm dying. I'm scared. So yeah, embarrassing.
It's funny because that hike compared to the one that we did in Santos
Oh no.
is just not even close. But you were able to do that one, so it's like what? Even though I know you were scared, but
Okay, so when was this? Like 4 years ago?
it's got to be a long time.
Yeah, it was 2019. It was the year before COVID.
That's insane. That was 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So yeah, that was the first time Matthew came to Europe and saw Switzerland.
Mhm.
And there's this mountain, so everyone from Switzerland knows it. It's called Sentis. For people outside of Switzerland not knowing, it's just a tall mountain. And see, there's these people who hike and have like equipment and gear, and there's these idiots like me who hike in sneakers. And
We were all wearing like shorts and a t-shirt.
oh yeah, you
I
could.
was wearing like Vans.
And so I had two buddies join because I had these like free tickets to like either two people going up and down with the gondola or four people going up. So we go up, and so this one buddy of mine, his name is Miguel. He's like the opposite of me with fear. He has no fear. He enjoys fear. I don't know why. And it's really annoying because as soon as I'm scared and I see him jumping around, playing with life, in my opinion, at that moment. So yeah, so we're hiking down. First part is already like horrible for me because I'm like, my fear is just kicking in. And then like halfway through, we're like sitting on like a terrace of like this small little hut, having a beer. And I'm like, so where's this path going now? Miguel's like casually looking at me and he's like, over that ridge. And I look over it. I can't even walk to the ridge. I'm like, nope. No, not doing this. I asked the server, I'm like, the waiter, I'm like, is there any other way besides hiking up and taking the gondola? Do I have another option? He's like, well, we have this little gondola, but there's no like walls. It's like a platform hanging in the air. And I'm like, yeah, no. Is there is there another option? He's like, It's not bad. It's just like 40 minutes down. You'll do it. I literally scrooched down on
I
my
loved
butt.
it.
No.
That was so funny. Well, we literally show up and we get to the first gondola, and I think when we got to the top, we walked up to the lady in the counter to get a brochure or something, like a map, and she was like, "Are you guys hiking down, or are you taking the gondola?" And we are like, "Oh yeah, we're just like gonna hike down," and she's like, "You guys are just not prepared, like with all the clothes and stuff, because we were past so many people and they were wearing like decked out gear."
Oh, I know. One lady actually yelled at Miguel, at this one buddy of ours, because there was like these crevasses,
Mm-hmm.
and Miguel's the type of person to jump over them and find it funny.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady works for like the rescue team of that area, and she walks up
Mm-hmm.
to him and she's like, "You are insane. Because of people like you, I have to like risk my life to save them on a daily basis, and I'm sick and tired of seeing you tourists doing this." And he's looking at her and he's like, "I'm not hurt. It's fine. Don't worry."
He is insane. He's a character.
He is a character, but yes, my fear of heights actually comes from my grandmother. So, in my defense, I didn't choose it.
How do you give somebody that?
Um, I don't. I don't know. It's always just been around. Like my grandma was scared of heights. Like you couldn't do anything with her, like
Mm-hmm.
height related. Not that we actually did. Um, and then my mom also is also scared of heights.
What? Your mom is scared of
Yes,
heights?
yes, and she also loves skiing, so it doesn't make sense as well.
That makes no. She literally like went skiing out of a helicopter, didn't she? Like
Yes,
what?
it
That
doesn't
makes
make
no
sense
sense.
whatsoever. I know, but it's even my roommate who's just as a fantastic skier as I am. Show off. um, Also scared of heights. Insane.
That's so odd. I guess it
Hey, I mean,
happens.
if I could change one thing about me, it would be this fear of heights.
Things that you could change.
Um, no, it's only fear of heights.
Hmm.
um,
I don't even know, how did we get to this point? What were we talking about?
I have no idea. So the sad thing is, we actually talked on the phone before recording this podcast to figure out what to talk about, because obviously last episode was a given. I mean, you just talked about your ultra marathon,
Hmm.
and now we're both like, well, I mean, we do have lives, but
Oh wait, I have an idea.
uh-huh.
You said that there's an ultra marathon that you saw
Oh
that we
yes.
can run when I
Yes.
come.
So it's in May.
What?
Well, I didn't say we would run it in September. I would say you would show up at some point and we would run it
Oh,
together.
oh wait, next year.
Yes, yes. Not no.
Oh, I thought
No,
you meant
no,
in
no.
September.
No, 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 no. No. I'm not even running a marathon. How do you want me to run an ultra marathon? Chill.
Okay, what's the one in May?
It's in Bienne. It's in the French part of Switzerland, and they have like a beautiful lake, and it's around the lake. It's really easy. It's nice little
Boo.
paths. Oh, come on.
We
What?
should we should
Oh no.
we should try to enter the lottery for UTMB.
Is that the
Do you
one
know
in
what that is?
Chamonix?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great.
Well, they have different distances. I'm sure they have like a 50K.
Yeah, well, we just talked about it, but you know that I have fear of heights, and I just have this little feeling that at some point I'm gonna be like, I can't continue.
No, it's not that bad.
You've never
It's
been to
not that bad.
Chamonix. I know Chamonix. I've been there. I know what awaits me.
Well, I want to go.
Yeah, I'll join.
Yeah, we'll race together.
Yeah, I'll be virtually in your AirPods telling you 1 foot at the time. You can do it.
No, I just wish that we were doing it, and then I'd like fake push you or something, or like scare you.
See, that's like the last thing I need when I'm like in my um
When you're lost in your mind about being scared.
yes, for no reason. I really do not need someone trying to push me in that moment.
I wonder what my form of like panic like that is, you know? Or do you think everyone has that? I don't know. Well, I guess I do know it. It's public speaking, for sure.
Huh. Yeah.
Like you get super anxious and when you go on top of a mountain or something when you're hiking, if I get in front of a group of people to speak, I'm like
No, for me, it's not
cannot.
I don't have to be on a mountain. It can happen anywhere. That's the sad part.
Hmm. What if you're in a tall building?
No, buildings, no problem. I feel super safe.
Even if you were on like the Sears Tower or something
No
and
problem.
you're like looking over the edge.
I've been on that thing that tilts over the edge of the building. No problem.
Hmm.
I liked it. Well, I didn't say
That's weird.
okay, liked it. Liked it is a stretch. I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, I want my living room in that position, but I
Hmm.
didn't mind it per se. I don't
Hmm.
know. Doesn't make sense. Um, yeah, but it's like, so you have fear of public speaking?
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess I mean it's like with allergies. Although allergies, I personally don't know of any ones that I have, but I feel like a lot of people just have one or
What do
several
you
ones.
mean? What do you mean? It's like allergies. Like people just have allergies?
Yes, no, no.
Oh, well, like what is the connection between fears and allergies? I'm just not understanding what you're saying.
No, 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 no. It's just people have allergies or fears or both.
So you're just allergic to heights.
Well, my neck doesn't swells up when I'm in when I'm in such a situation.
Hmm.
I don't have to be rushed to the hospital.
I just love when you say weird shit in English because you just it's not your first language.
Sad part, this happens in every language. This is just me. I talk without thinking, which sometimes ends up weird.
I do have a question though. How many
Hmm.
languages does your dad speak?
Only 3.
Hmm. So you're better than him.
I am superior.
That's like the one thing that you're like I guess smarter.
No, I'm faster in running,
True. How
but I'm
I feel like
also
he was probably fast when he
he
was your
wasn't.
age though.
Yeah, but I don't think he was running like that. And like to be fair, he's like 35 years older than me.
Hmm.
35, 36. Yeah, something like that. Um okay, but like he speaks perfect English because he studied in the US as well. He speaks French. I speak it better because it's my mother tongue. He speaks German because he's German. Um I speak Swiss German. Now, I know it's not considered a language. I like to add it just because it's fun to add.
Hmm.
And I speak a little bit of Spanish. I took that one class.
I took one class. I'm pretty fluent.
No, well, because of French, I understand it,
Yeah, I
and
will
it's
say
easy. It's easy to
you
talk.
probably are more fluent than 99% of people that take like 2 years of Spanish.
Yes. I also pissed off the teacher because I never studied and I had A's. And she knew it. And she didn't like that.
I don't know. People learn their own ways, you know.
I guess. But French is just, I'm very glad that was given to me because it's the one of the worst languages to learn.
You think?
What would have hurt? I mean, I like
I have
Chinese is not
no.
that fun as well. Like
I have
Chinese
no
must be
idea.
super difficult or Japanese, but like European languages, that's what people around me talk, learn, try to learn. French is just, it's not fun. It's a pain in the ass.
I would love to learn French.
It's beautiful.
I just I just want to learn a different language just so I can just talk in a different language and just I feel like I would just be feel so cool.
See, normal people's motivation is like, I want to learn that language so I can go to that country or live in that country or understand their stuff. And you're like, I just want to feel different.
Just yeah, that's my life goal. Just be as different as possible.
It is interesting though that like what I see why, but it's interesting that in America, people like most of people only speak English, and then some people, well, a lot actually speak Spanish.
Hmm. Well, we're not really
Did you?
around Europeans, so it's not like we can have a lot of conversations.
Yeah, okay, but it's not like I wouldn't say people in Switzerland hang out all the times with foreigners. It's just something we learn.
Yes, I will say that, but I will also say if I go to the next state, they're still speaking English.
That's true. And we have to learn English because it's the only way of like communicating as soon as we leave the country. Yes, so you're right.
Hmm.
Unless we go to Austria or Germany, then we can speak to them because they speak German and they're our neighboring countries.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. What was I going to say? Did you know that Spanish is going to be the most spoken language in the US in a couple of years?
No, it's not.
No.
That would be honestly low key annoying.
Why? So you can learn a different language and feel better, feel different.
Yeah, but I just feel like Spanish is not a language that I want to learn. Maybe because it's so common.
Oh yeah, it's so common in America where people speak so many languages.
Well, it's like the second language, so it's not that I know it, but most people like are aware of it. Like I took Spanish
Meaning,
when I was in grade school.
yeah, okay, but there's a difference between taking one or two classes and like knowing to say hola and actually speaking a language.
Yeah, it's. I feel like it's not as um, appealing or attractive.
Okay, question. Because so in Switzerland we have four different national languages. We have German, French, Italian, and Rätoromansch. Don't know how to say that in English. It's like a small ass language. Pretty much like
Farmers.
no one no one speaks it. It's just one region in the mountains in the western part of the country.
Mm.
Um west east no what no eastern part of the country. Well, everyone listening from Switzerland is like, what the hell is he talking about? Anyway, so yes, we all in. So I grew up in the German part of Switzerland, and we all were. Well, it was mandatory to learn English, obviously, and then French
Hmm.
because it's the second most spoken language in the country. And my question is, when, like, from what point on can you say I speak a language? Is it you understand 3 words? Is
No,
it I can speak because I took 3 years, like I had 3 years of classes, or is it I can actually speak the language fluently?
I think it's when you can go about your day. Let's say if I know French, if I can live in France for a day or a month or maybe a week and not have an issue talking to people.
So it's just like day to day conversations that you could
Yeah.
use. That's what you. Okay.
I would also say if you can watch a movie and understand it without any subtitles, that's pretty good.
Uh huh.
But I wouldn't say if you know how to say your name or the typical questions like where's the bathroom or something like that. That's not anyone can learn that.
Can you?
I don't know. I there's too much stuff to learn. I also want to learn how to play an instrument.
Yeah, but with instruments you can't communicate. With languages you can
Yeah, you
communicate.
can. You can communicate. Music is the most universal language.
Okay, play me a song that tells the other person where's the bathroom.
Okay, well, it's not like that. It's more like an expression of an emotion,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
Like, imagine me just like DJing, like, you know? I
Okay,
feel
but
like,
would you mix as a DJ, would you mix songs together, blend them in, or would you actually create your own beats and like use synthesizers and whatnot? Because that's two different ways of being a DJ.
mm, can I be both?
But I
Like a
feel like,
mixture.
because I mean, yes. I just have a friend. I have two friends of mine who are like DJs. One of them lives nowadays in Berlin, and the other one still lives in Zurich. The one in Berlin, I think he makes his own beats nowadays as well. But both of them started with like mixing songs, and at
Mm,
some point they got sick and tired of it, and now they're doing like their own beats and like I have no idea about it. So I like to listen to it. So I can't really continue in like depth, but it's not the same. That's what I wanted to say.
I think that is one thing that I want to get into, like making music. Maybe like DJ, not DJing in the sense of DJing, but like producing stuff like that. It's just fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like if I made music and let's say I go to a club and am the DJ for the night or whatever, I don't really like to going to clubs or like going out and drinking, so I could just be the DJ, you know,
Yes.
and have a good time.
Yes, I can see that. The one thing I kind of regret, I can't skate, and I would love to skate because it looks really cool.
Like ice skating?
No, skateboarding.
Oh.
No, in my head, I'm like, I see people skating, like skateboarding in the city, and you're like
Oh.
ice skating. I'm like, no, 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 no. No one's ice skating in the city.
I think skateboarding is it just looks so difficult. It's so intimidating.
Yeah, okay, but like if you're doing like all the tricks and all that, I'm like speaking about cruising around the city. That'd be cool.
Oh. Just get a longboard, it's easy.
Yeah, I mean, if you go like yes, a lot of things are easy, but I also like to
You could
bike around the city.
you can get one of those electric skateboards.
The boosted board,
Mhm.
is that still a thing?
No.
They
They probably
went
have a different one. Yeah, they went bankrupt.
no way.
Yeah. A couple of
Even
years
though
ago actually.
even though Casey Neistat was didn't he buy himself in or something like that?
No, he they were going bankrupt, so he bought like 20 of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. For everyone not knowing what that is, that was like an skateboard, longboard with like electric engines attached to
Yeah,
it.
so you just like touch a button and you go forward.
I like the explanation. Touch a button, go forward. So driving a car, push a button and you go forwards. Push the other one and you brake.
And then you can hit another button and then you go backwards.
And then you have like a dish-shaped thing, and then when you turn that, the damn thing moves as well.
You know what else I have been watching?
Mhm.
Do you know Zelda, the game Zelda?
I listened to a podcast about it the other day.
There's a new game called like Tears of the Kingdom. It looks
Yes.
so sick. It looks so good. And I don't even have a Nintendo Switch, but I want one so bad.
We actually have one because we wanted to play Mario Kart.
You literally spend like $300 just to play Mario Kart.
My roommate did. I convinced him maybe. I didn't convince him. I pushed him because he started talking about it and I was like, hey, I don't mind. It's a good idea.
Mm.
But the problem is he's so good, I don't like to play with him because I keep on losing. There's no way. And I hate to
I feel like that's how I am with my friends playing video games. I'm just too good at it. And I'm not even like being cocky about it. It's just I grew up playing video games and I'm really good at video games. And so there's no point in me playing anybody because it's just not even fair.
Yeah, I remember. I know.
For everybody listening, last time I went to Switzerland, Melchior was talking shit and said that he would kill me in Call of Duty. And I proceeded to beat him and his roommate at once.
And it wasn't even funny because you didn't even use an actual weapon. You took the shield.
Yeah.
That was like really humiliating. I took the biggest gun the game offers. I had no chance.
I can't help
Yeah.
it.
To be
It's
fair,
a
though,
weird addiction.
can you like actually sit down by yourself and play video games for like hours or like I don't know?
Oh, dude. This weekend I had a time. I downloaded an emulator and like illegally downloaded Pokemon onto my laptop. I probably put in 15 hours in like 2 days.
Wow. Oh my god.
It was bad. So I was playing it before we went out, and then my girlfriend and her friend like wanted to go out, so we went out, and the entire time I'm like, man, I wish I was just playing Pokemon. And so they stayed out, and I went back at like midnight.
To play Pokemon?
Yeah, they came back at 2:30 in the morning. I'm still sitting there playing Pokemon. They all go to bed. I played it till 5 in the morning.
Oh man.
And there's no music. I'm literally just playing it in dead silence.
No.
I'm like so zoned in.
See, sometimes I wish I could do that because I do not have the attention span and the capability of sitting down for such a long time.
Yeah. You can read though. Do you walk around?
Yeah, I walk around my iPad and reading. I'm just like bumping into walls and I'm like, oh, sorry, excuse me. I go grocery shopping. Sorry. iPad runs out of battery and I'm like, the hell, where am I? I started my apartment.
You're like on the top of Santos.
No.
You're like reading your book and you like wake up, you like look up and you're like, how did I get on top of this mountain?
No, but like with reading, it has to be super interesting. Like a book that interests me a little bit is not flying. I give it up within 2 minutes.
Well, books can't fly.
Well, thank you. Unless I toss them away, then they fly for a short period. if I don't find the book super, super, super interesting, I don't read it. Obviously, I mean, a lot of people do the same, but for me, it's like I have to be really into it, and I need music in the background.
Oh, dude, I have to be completely silent. If there's
Uh-uh.
anyone talking, any music, I cannot focus. Candace was talking to her mom on the phone in the other room, and I'm trying to read. I read 6 pages in half an hour because I could not focus. I just literally could not focus. It was so annoying. I'd like read a paragraph and be like, I have no idea what I just read because I can't focus.
Okay, well, if I don't listen to like music with lyrics, like I'm not listening to rap music when I'm reading a
Well,
book. I'm
you're
human
listening
at the end of it.
to.
To like lo-fi beats
Mm,
or like jazz music
hmm
or
What's
or like techno. Find that super super helpful
I
to
guess
like
it could
focus.
focus you and make you read faster a little bit.
That I don't know. I'm a fast
Hmm.
reader, I know that, but
Well, I'm a terrible reader. Super slow. Like really bad. But it's okay.
to each their own. I used to read a lot
Hmm.
when I was younger, and then I don't know, then I was bored.
If you had to recommend one book to a listener.
Okay, listener needs to speak or like be able to read in German. That's the only condition I'm giving here.
Okay.
And then it's a geeky book. It's not something that you would. No, okay. Well, it's the name is Old Art, and it's a series of 9 books. And do you know Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
or like Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
It's very similar, but it's also very different. So it's not like a copycat, but it's super interesting. And I read the entire series when I was like, I don't know, like 12, 15, 14, I don't know. When I was younger, and I rediscovered it like last year when I bought my iPad, and I read the entire thing in like no time. And each book is like 400 to 800 pages long.
Hmm.
And I flew through books. Like some of these books I finished in like 2 days.
Wow.
I was like,
Are they big books? I feel like if it's a 9 book thing, it's like Harry Potter where the books are huge.
yeah, like 400 to 800
Oh my
pages per
god,
book.
no.
I love
Uh-uh.
that.
No.
Yes, that was like, but that's like it. I'm saying like books need to like, I don't know, like it's like that energy.
I feel like it kind of like transports you there and then you're like
Mm-hmm.
in you're kind of experiencing the entire thing in your head,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know.
And this is why I kind of like fantasy books because I get to picture everything myself. I
Mm.
hate like like detective like books, like crime and all
Like
that.
mystery,
Yes. Oh no, boring. Or like what's the word?
self-help.
No, 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 no. Books about people, like the book of
Oh,
about Steve Jobs.
biographies.
Yes, I can't do that.
I love that shit.
No, I can't. I can't read a book for like
Like
500 pages.
Shoe Dog was really good. It was I think he wrote it. It might be an autobiography of Phil Knight, creator of Nike. But it's really good.
Mm, I don't know. I really love the fantasy stuff. I still. This is like for years. People have sent me books, and they were like, "This is very interesting," and I look at it, and I'm like, "No." I had to tell people, I'm like, "Thank you so much, but I'm very specific about my books, so maybe don't send me books."
Did you read The Lord of the Rings or
The
Harry
Hobbit.
Potter?
I didn't read Harry Potter. I read all of Tolkien's, like the guy who wrote Lord of the Rings.
Hmm.
He wrote The Hobbit, and there's like two other books. I don't remember the name.
Do you like the movies?
I used to love them. I watched one. Yes, I watched the third one yesterday. It's too long.
Yeah.
It's 3.5 hours.
I mean, if you have like that long of a story, I guess it's hard to fit it all in.
Yeah, I mean the movies are amazing. Like I'm not, like no question. But sometimes like
You just got bored.
yeah, and I also know the movie too well.
Hmm. That's fair.
It's like with Star Wars. I love Star Wars as well, and
Do they have books?
no, it's not based on books.
Oh, okay.
George Lucas just made the movies. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, there is books now, but I can't read the books because I know the movies so well.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I literally watch the movies and I know what they're gonna say.
You know, it's funny. I don't even know if I watched all of them, or even half of them.
To be fair, it's difficult nowadays. Ever since Disney bought it, they're like throwing stuff at you.
Well, I never started watching it. Like my dad loves Star Wars, but I never got interested. I didn't understand the concept of what was happening.
Do you want me to explain?
Not really. I think Pokemon's more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, to each your own. I mean, my roommate has never seen Star Wars. Some of my friends never seen it, and for me, that's like shocking because I kind of like one of my best friends. His name is Ryan, and we grew up watching it together. And like we would buy like lightsabers, like made out of plastic, and would like dress up like as the characters. So my childhood was Star Wars in a way. And for me,
Mm.
when someone is like, "I've never seen it," I'm like, "What? How?"
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, to each their own. Shall we bring this episode of Jibber Jabber to an end?
Yeah, this randomness show.
I don't even like. I'm sorry, dear audience. We really had we had topics that we wanted to talk about, but then it started with dreaming, and then I don't know. We took like a couple of detours and never got back on track.
That's what it's for.
I hope.
Maybe they'll enjoy.
Yeah, so this is going to happen sometimes when we don't have like something amazing that happened the week before. We'll just find other topics to talk about.
Dreams and death and running into walls while reading.
Playing Pikachu and ditching your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I see. Well, this was nice. Thank you for listening, everyone. And be ready for a next episode next week. And I hope we have one defining topic again.
Peace out.
See ya, everyone. Bye-bye.